Hey guys, welcome to 2317 St. Denis in Norfolk, Virginia. Right behind me is the property we just closed on 2 days ago. And this is the first time that I'm actually walking the property. It's in pretty bad condition right now. On the outside, the windows are all boarded up, but I want to give you guys a quick look of what the property looks like and how to evaluate and how I evaluate this property as just my process in general, and give you guys some insights in regards to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera around so I can guide you guys through my thought process of repairs. Okay, starting from the front of the house, what I notice and what you probably noticed too as well is the windows and the doors are boarded up, right? So that's gonna be situational depending on what it looks like on the back side when you're inside the property, if the windows need to be replaced or not. But what I did notice is there is a little waviness right here, a little dip right there, right on the front porch. So that's gonna have to be checked out. The siding up here is missing, so that's gonna have to be replaced. Outside of that, everything looks pretty good. But when you get over here to the right-hand side of the house, this is a weird place to put a disconnect. So that's gonna have to be relocated. And what I don't like about this particular setup is that the electrical panel is right there. And as you can see, it's all rusted out and it's not in really good shape. So this is gonna have to be replaced like so. And there's some soffit on the floor here. But when you look up here, that's gonna have to be repaired up here. So I'm walking on the right side. And the windows here are boarded up, so I'm gonna go inside and take a look at it. The sidings right here obviously is missing. I'm kind of zoom out just so you guys can get a full view of it. So I'm still walking on the right side of the property. There is some waviness to this. I don't know if you guys can take a look at it or see it, but there is some waviness that needs to be addressed on the property here. So as I'm walking towards the back, there's the gutter that comes, the downspout that comes down from the gutter, and it's basically bent right in there. So that's gonna have to be dressed up. And I'm gonna head over to the left side of the property now. So I'm making my way to the left side of the property. So this is the left side. The exterior doesn't look too bad. Once again, the windows are boarded up for good reasons, because we don't want any squatters, and I'm sure the owners didn't want squatters. Now right here, I don't know if you guys can see it, but at the top right here, right here, there's a interesting way to kind of put a gutter. So we're gonna have to rearrange or maybe align that to, if possible, down to the other side of the house, the front side of the house. It's missing some end pieces on the gutter. Everything else seems to be okay, but if we were to take a step back, you can see that it needs a new roof. It's a 3-piece roof that needs to be replaced. So this is the siding of the house. Looks pretty good, right? We have some interesting PVC pipes that needs to be addressed, and this is a dryer vent that needs to be replaced. And on the back side of the property here, we have a pretty old HVAC unit that's right there. That's basically bolted in. Windows are boarded. Downspouts here is basically broken. And I don't know if you guys can see the top of the roof, but it needs to be replaced. And then this is the backyard. Right, there's a concrete pad here. Fence is kind of damaged right here, so that's gonna have to be kind of dressed up. And I'm gonna make my way on the inside so you guys can take a look at it. To the back door. So coming in the back door, we have a hot water heater, washer and dryer. We have newer windows, which looks good, which is a good sign, so I don't have to buy new windows. But this window right here, there's no glass right there. You guys can't probably see it, but there's no glass, so that's gonna have to be replaced, right? And the ceiling, gonna need a new light fixture, and this is already looking like basically a full gut. We gotta get new floors in here. And this is the kitchen. I know the light is not promising, so the kitchen needs to be fully gutted out. I'm gonna go top and down from the floors, right? Definitely needs a new kitchen. Half of the ceiling is coming down from it right here. So we're budgeting, anywhere between $7,000 to maybe $10,000 in this kitchen right here, but our overall budget is going to be $40,000. And so now we're going to head into the hallway, right? So the hallway here, top to bottom, needs a lot of wall work, drywall, finishing work, light fixture, new floors, right? So I'm kind of at this segue point right here. So we have a room to the left here, and this is a bedroom, right? This has a bunch of trash in it still, but we can remove all this stuff out, trash it out, and get a dumpster. And then heading into the only bathroom that we have here, we have an interesting door right here, or I think it's probably a closet that I want to open. And this is the bathroom. So the bathroom, sorry for the low lighting, needs to be gutted, as you can clearly see from the video. All right, everything needs to be gutted. And then, so that's bedroom number one and bathroom number two, and then heading into another bedroom, like so, you have another bedroom that needs to be fully gutted. But luckily we have good windows that looks pretty good here. Now, as far as they're operational, we don't know. And then we have a small little closet here, right? And then that's bedroom number two. This is bedroom number three. There is a lot of stuff in here that we kind of have to remove. Once again, sorry for the low lighting. It's just that the windows are all boarded up, so you can't really see. And we have a makeshift wall on the left-hand side. This wall right here, it's all makeshift. So this is gonna be coming down, right? And we're gonna have to rearrange some things in regards to this wall, because this is definitely a makeshift wall. So that's bedroom number three. This wall right here is bedroom number three, and this is the front door of the house. And I'm stepping in kind of into the fourth bedroom here. It's the 4-bedroom here. So we have this room that is a bedroom. That the windows look pretty good. Looks like they're newer windows. As you can clearly see, there is some wall missing, some ceiling missing right over here. Looks like they had a roof leak or something along the lines that just kind of caved in. So we got to replace the roof. But this is the bedroom, okay? This is the house. So I'll give you guys a breakdown of what we plan on doing in the office. And so that way you guys can see, based on the photos and the videos, what we plan on budgeting in each section of the house. And that way you guys have an understanding of how we estimate rehabs and get a good idea of what it's going to cost and how long it's going to take. So let's jump into the office now. Hey guys, we're back into the office. I'm going to show you guys firsthand how to estimate your repairs on your fix and flip by utilizing the deal analyzer that I have on a spreadsheet. You guys can get access to this for free. The link is in the description below, so make sure you guys check that out. So let's get into the numbers. Hey guys, so jumping right into the spreadsheet of the deal analyzer for the fix and flip on St. Denis. The first tab, as you can see here, is going to be your deal information. You're going to put in all the information that you have on the deal when you purchased it, how much it cost, for insurance, is there any condo fees, and etc. Your financial cost, your buying cost, your selling cost, and then you can also add in comparables, right? So if you did your research or whatever, you can put in your comparables here. Next tab is going to be your deal analyzer for flips, right? So this will give you a breakdown of basically all the information you inputted, calculated it, and then spits out a
net profit or an ROI snapshot of it. So it's pretty neat, pretty cool. But the real magic happens is with the repair estimator here. So I'm going to zoom in real quick so you guys have a better view of it, since you guys might be viewing this on a small screen. So on the top here, you have your basic information. This also gets pulled from the deal information tab here as well. And here you can highlight if any of these things apply to your property. So for example, if I had asbestos, I can just highlight that cell and then I can basically circle around it or border it, whatever you guys want, or I can color code it and fill it in to red or whatever it may be, right? Just give you guys an example. But since our property doesn't have any of that, any of these situations, except for maybe the lead-based paint due to the age of the property, I don't really worry about that as of right now. So for time's sake, I definitely I went ahead and filled this category out in all of these sections of the house, just so you guys have a general idea of what I'm doing. So we first start off with the exterior, and it's really good to have your photos and your videos taken beforehand, because sometimes you'll forget if you're walking a lot of properties, or if you've already bought it and it's kind of a long distance away, you kind of want to reference it just in case you miss anything, because you never want to go from memory. My memory is kind of bad, so I just make sure I record everything and take pictures. So for the exterior, we definitely want to replace the roof, and we have allocated the square footage of it. So you get a $3,240. And these prices right here are based off a national average. I know it's changing ever so as the years go on, but you can generally get a ballpark of what the cost is going to be. You can also cater this to your current contractors of what you're currently getting as far as pricing in your general area. Next is like gutters. Like you saw before in the video, we're going to need to replace some of the gutters. I end up putting a cost or a square footage in here just because I just wanted to budget more, just in case we want to change all of the gutters to match one color, or if we can't find one color, it's already budgeted. Vinyl siding, I have about 200 square feet. I know it might be more or less, but I might be overkilling this because I don't think what you saw in the video was 200 square feet. But you never know. I want to place more just in case. So that's around $450. And I'm going to scroll down. Masonry, there's not really any masonry stuff. Painting, I'm not going to paint the exterior. But if we were to do something, we could definitely add both the exterior and interior. And this will give you a general flat cost here calculated. Windows, I think I saw 3 windows that need to be replaced. One for the in the back, and then probably one more that I probably didn't catch. So I end up adding an extra one just in case. And they seem to be very average size windows. So I end up putting that in this cell right here. Garage, we don't have a garage here, so there's no need to worry about that. Landscaping only needed, a yard cleanup, and I think this is kind of overkill. You can always do fractional things. So if, for example, I can just do 0.5, right? To say I wanted to pay $250 to clean up all those branches in the back, which wouldn't be a problem anyway. So I can go ahead and do that and give a fractional cost to it. Concrete and asphalt, I didn't see anything particularly on the outside that warrant any repairs on that. Deck, we don't have a deck, so there's no need to replace that. However, we do need to add new hand railings and then refinish some of the front and the back. But I can add that in the miscellaneous section, because I don't only need to add it here because there's no particular, you can say particular line item for that. There's no pergola. There is a fence. So the fence I could probably linear feet, chain link fences. That's what it was. A chain link fence. The one gate was damaged. So I'm going to budget probably close to, I would say, I don't know. Let's just say 100 linear feet, $800. That sounds like a little too much. I would say 50 linear feet, excuse me, $100 to budget for that repair of that fence that was damaged. There's no pool. There is no septic, so don't worry about that. You can add your exterior notes here if you see fit, like for your contractors to give you a quote or whatever. And then we entered the interior section too as well. So now in the interior section, I did add about 810 square feet for paint. So it comes up to maybe $1,600 right around. And then I added some laminate flooring. I usually get, and laminate flooring, from my perspective here, you can change it however you want, is usually, I know they're two different things, so don't judge me on this. But I'm kind of targeting this, or kind of replacing this with LVP flooring. I normally get $4 per square foot on my LVP flooring. That's the cost to buy it and the labor. So I added more square footage because I, in construction there's about 10% waste, so I added about, a little less than 10%, but I know my guys will be able to get it done within, what I'm looking to buy the material for. Carpet for this particular property, I'm not going to put any carpet in there because I want to add better finishes to the property just to get it at a higher dollar amount. So we could, as an alternative, carpet the bedrooms. And I know some of the comps did show carpet, but since we have a smaller footprint within the neighborhood, I wanted to get a more luxury, more, better finishes, feels to the end product. Tile. So if you're tiling the kitchen or the bathroom like on a one-off, you can definitely add this. But if you group it here, it normally doesn't include or exclude flooring. So never mind. I take that back. So if we're going to tile the kitchen or whatever maybe, or backsplash the kitchen, I can definitely do that. So if I want to add tile in the kitchen, I'm going to probably put, my number here, which we're not going to be doing. Our backsplash is going to be probably, I would say, I don't know, close to, I'm going to guess here about 1, 2, 3, about 8. So we'll just put in like 20 square, actually probably less than that, more than that. I'm going to put like 55 square foot for the backsplash. Ceramic tiles in the bathroom, which we're not going to be putting. We're going to put LVP flooring throughout the whole property. In my case, because it just makes it easier. It makes it feel bigger too as well. So we added that. Low end kitchen, since this is in a lower end neighborhood and it's a smaller kitchen that you saw earlier, we are going to budget for about $5,100 for the kitchen. That includes the cabinets, countertops, backsplash. Oops, there we go. We don't got to clean the backsplash in here. The backsplash, the plumbing, electrical works, and the fixtures. So I think it's going to, we might be paying about $2,000 for the cabinets and all that stuff, and then other maybe like a couple $100 for the countertop, and then the rest is going to be into the plumbing and the electrical. So that shouldn't be an issue. Plus backsplash, the grouped appliances, which is very nice. Since it's a smaller kitchen, we're going to have a lower end appliances. We're not going to go stainless steel. We're probably gonna go more of a white, or if we find a good deal in stainless steel, then we'll go with that within the same ballpark price. So we're just gonna budget around $1,800 for those appliances. Kitchen by item. So if you actually have a renovated or more semi-renovated property, then if you want to update, certain sections of the kitchen, you can definitely do that by going down this list right here. Bathroom, since you only saw one bathroom, it was relatively small. I wanted to add, this in place. I normally, for a bigger bathroom that needs more work, I think obviously this would be appropriate price. But since it was a smaller bathroom and most of it just needed to get a new shower and toilet and vanity and lights and all that stuff, I think this is more appropriate for what it needs based on my knowledge of doing renovations. And if you have, once again, if you have a bathroom that only needs certain things, you can definitely go on this list and select the items that you need to add to your renovation. And then the interior continues. So we have framing involved in here. The only thing that we'd be taking down is that weird wall between like the entrance of the door and that bedroom. So we're not doing anything load bearing or any new framing. So we're keeping everything relatively the same. I will say that the plywood for probably some of the floors is going to have to be adjusted. So I'm going to give this probably a good, probably 250 square feet or so. Maybe even, yeah, 250 square feet is probably just a little over a third of the property, or a little under a third of the property. So I think that's appropriate for what needs to happen. Wall insulation, we're not opening any walls, and we're not doing any floor insulation as I know of. So we're not doing any of that. Walls itself, so I'm going to allocate $500 or 500 square feet of walls that need to be touched up. I think this might be excessive, but you never know, just in case, because the place was dark, you can't really see everything. Okay, so new doors and trims. I end up budgeting $100 or $1,400 for this to replace all the doors and inside the property and outside the property too as well. So you only have 2 doors, front and back. Right, 1 door in the front, 1 door in the back, and then you have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doors or so in the interior. So not that many doors, which is great. There is no basement. Foundations seem to be pretty solid. No need to worry about that. HVAC, I think we do need new HVAC, so I did budget in for that. So I think we need a whole new system. New hot water heater, as you saw, we definitely need a new hot water heater, so I ended up budgeting that. And electrical, so that outside electrical panel, that was outside wanna either replace that panel or bring it on the inside of the property. So I ended up budgeting, $3,500 for that, and then light fixtures, ended up budgeting $1,000 for that. That might be a little excessive, but electrical is one of the more expensive part in renovations. Demo and dumpsters, two dumpsters, and then two, and I guess labor to fill those dumpsters. We're not pulling any permits because we're not doing anything crazy or load bearing or anything like that. We're just replacing existing items. So our repairs for this particular property is about $38,000, $28, but we end up adding an additional 10% contingency, which is another $3,800. So bringing our total right around $41,830 as our total repair cost that we're budgeting for the repair of this property to bring it up to speed. And if you want to see the investment, analyzation for the fix and flip, you can definitely see it here. It gives you a full breakdown of everything that you entered. So I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so you guys can see better and move this out of the way. So our projected net profits is going to be right around $42,000. Now, give or take, So I just want to give you guys a breakdown on that, and the investment summary. You can actually look here as well to give either your lender or your investors more of a sophisticated approach or look at to it. So I think that is it for this video or for this section of the video. I'm going to scroll up so you guys can see the whole thing. So it's really, really robust and intuitive when it comes down to logging your repairs.
Thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch the end of this video. I hope you guys got some value out of my analysis and breakdown of my initial walkthrough and then my repair estimator. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.